Okay, tell me, go.
Tired of screwing up, tired of going down, tired of myself, tired of this town.
Hi guys, and welcome back to my channel. Thanks for tuning in. So today I'm going to be doing another requested video. So hi Angela, hi again. Thank you so much for this request. I said it in my my hair video, but again, thank you for this request. It actually helped me sort out my jewelry and kind of like go through it and just see what's happening with it. So because I have such a mad collection of jewelry, and it's like a 10-year collection, like over 10 years I've collected, especially like my forever pieces. It's been like a 10-year. I have some sort of like high street shop, like top shop and stuff jewelry that actually has lasted 10 years. But in general, like the pieces that are my forever pieces, it's been a 10-year collection, like conscious collection. And I can give you tips on how I did that and stuff, guys, in another video if you want to see that. But in this video I'm just going to be showing you guys my forever pieces and sort of like some of the jewelry that I really like. Like I said, my jewelry collection is mental, and I will not be able to show you everything because that would take 12 hours. The way I want to do this video is going to be a little bit long anyway, because I want to take the time to explain my jewelry collection. So for those of you people who are like, I'm just here to see your collection and I don't want to understand why you pick these pieces, or how you pick these pieces, or where you pick these pieces, then I will put a time in the video somewhere on the video where you can just jump straight into my jewelry collection section. But for those of you who want to understand, because there is actually a method to my madness with jewelry, and I wanted to quickly explain to you guys how I get where I am and how I've built up my collection. The first thing I wanted to say is that my jewelry is very it's a reflection of who I am and my beliefs, as crazy as that sounds. But my jewelry actually, and I found that out accidentally. When I get asked, I get questioned about my jewelry a lot, and when I get asked, it's so weird that it's sort of like my life theory for a lot of other things. That's the same rules I apply to a lot of other things in my life. And so my jewelry collection is actually a very weird peep into who I am. One of the most important rules that I follow when I get jewelry is that I do not want the pieces to outshine me. I never want to wear jewelry that is the first thing you see when I walk into a room, this huge goldy green and flashing, you know, necklace and flashing red earrings. I truly believe that like that takes away from the person. Instead of introducing yourself to people and people getting to know you, people are sort of always distracted with like a bejeweled nature. The same goes with makeup. And a lot of things in my life, I really believe that jewelry is not meant to outdo you and outshine you and almost sink the person that you are. It is supposed to enhance and highlight and help you dress better and look put together. So it is a helping tool. It is not. It's an enhancer. It is not the be all and end all. That was a mouthful. Anyhow, I'm really itchy. Yeah, guys, so that is my one. Anytime I go into a shop and I like a jewelry piece, I will try it on. I will put it around me and just make sure that it's not the first thing that it doesn't outshine me, basically. So that's why the majority of my pieces are very dainty and delicate. However, I do believe that there is a time and a place for a diamond necklace, or like loud sort of like layered pieces. And I do believe that there's a time and a place for that. And I also believe that, like, when you have thought about it and it's carefully curated and put together, I actually think that it can look beautiful. But for everyday wear, I think that it's a little bit too much for me. So the majority of my jewelry you're gonna be seeing are these tiny pieces, and that is the reason why. Another big factor when I choose jewelry is that I fully understand that my style is a mish between masculine and feminine dress. So I shop both men's and women's. I wear out of both men's and women's sections in shops. And basically my style is when the two marry. For a very long time in my life, and a younger me was more tomboy than girly. And as I've grown up, I've kind of like cleaned up my tomboy look, and my jewelry kind of, because I'm a cross between the two, I like when my jewelry can be worn with both styles, because even though my everyday typical dress is a beautiful marriage between masculine and feminine, I tend to have days when I feel more tomboy and I wear more tomboy clothes, and also I get days when I feel excessively girly and I'm in that pretty dress and heels. So my jewelry need to sort of be able to be worn across the at any time that I feel, whatever way I feel. So that's another thing that I look for in jewelry, and what I consider before going out and buying jewelry or adding a piece to my collection. And then the final thing that I'm very careful is that I don't want, especially if you're building a forever sort of like a forever collection, you want it to be timeless. And generally timeless is the more quieter, the more understated pieces tend to be more timeless and more wearable every day, while loud and sort of like obnoxious things tend to be of the moment and very trend driven. So because I am very interested in building a timeless wardrobe and having all those timeless pieces, it becomes very important to me that when I see a piece, I have to ask myself, like, is that piece timeless? Is it too loud that this time we're in is gonna be, so it defines the time and the era that we are in? Or is it beautiful enough? I mean, you guys know there's those timeless pearls are an example of that it's just timeless jewelry. But I also try to ask myself those questions when I'm buying jewelry pieces. So that was sort of my thoughts when I'm picking jewelry and explaining a little bit of my jewelry collection. Now I'm gonna quickly share with you guys what I'm wearing today. This is sort of my everyday jewelry. This is what you will find me generally. Now I might switch up the chains and I might have a different chain, but it's usually like 2 chains or sometimes even 1 chain, depending on how it is. Basically what I'm wearing today right now in front of you guys is generally what I wear every single day. So quick rundown. I'm wearing 2 little bracelets. I bet you didn't even notice them. Yes, I'm wearing 2 little bracelets that I made myself. The 2 necklaces I'm wearing are still in silver, but I also made myself. Another thing that I do always consider is the material that I'm buying my forever jewelry in, which is not a factor if you go to certain places to shop for your jewelry. So anyway, And I like materials that don't tarnish and that can always be like shined back or polished back to the way they looked when you bought them. So for me, I love silver more than I love gold. I wear a lot of clothes that I just feel like silver goes better with it. Anyway, so I'm wearing the 2 bracelets and my brown watch. I have a brown and black. I believe that the basics of your wardrobe should be like a brown and a black and a brown watch. This is a leather. The strap is a leather, real leather strap, because again, I want to have it for years. I don't want to be buying a new watch every year. So when I was paying for it, I wasn't paying £10 because I wanted something I can keep for a long time. And again, as this is as timeless as you will get a watch. So that's what I'm wearing here. And then my jewelry, my rings, again, they're just basic. I'll show you guys close-ups of them. They're just like really tiny silver, real silver, sterling silver rings. They will not lose their shine, they will not tarnish. And when they do lose their shine, I can simply polish them, which I will also do another video of how I take care of my jewelry and in a different video. But anyway, so that's, and then I have the 2 of the same jewelry that I made, and this is a charm that can be moved from chain to chain depending on how I feel, which you will see is a theme in my jewelry collection as well. So now that I have quickly given you what I'm thinking when I'm doing my jewelry, I'm gonna now drag you guys into the rest of my dressing room, and I will share with you guys where I store my jewelry. At the end of this video, I'll share with you guys where I store my jewelry, but I will also yeah, I'm also gonna share with you on my dressing table. I'm gonna take my jewelry box out and share with you guys. I feel like it's better than me showing you pieces here. I'm gonna just take you guys behind me to my dressing table. So let's get going. I'm gonna bring you guys over here and I will go through each drawer. This is how I keep my jewelry, and I'll go through each drawer and what I have in it. And all the empty drawers are the things that I am wearing right now. So come on over and I'll show you guys. So this is my jewelry box, and it has 6 little drawers, basically where I put my jewelry in. I'll take you drawer by drawer. So let's get into the first drawer. The first drawer, starting in the back over there, all those are just brooches that I wear as jewelry. Basically, they are part of my jewelry collection because I do use them as jewelry when I'm wearing outfits that can't maybe like show my necklaces, for instance, like polo necks and stuff like that. I will wear those brushes. And then in here I have, this is an armor ring, and I have that in here. Again, this I've had for like about 10 years, and I basically this one as well, all the chunky rings that you're gonna see in here, guys, I've had them for a very long time, and I don't generally wear chunky rings anymore, but sometimes I do. So, but these aren't my everyday, like I wear those sometimes. They're just like have stones in them. These are cheap, they're just cheapy rings, I think from Topshop years ago. These 2 from Topshop or River Island years ago. And then here I have one of my more quality rings. This is a vintage ring, and it is sterling silver. It has a precious stone. The black is a precious stone. And then in here I just have my sort of like red rings, and again I sometimes want to add some color. Trying to show you guys, probably I like to add some color into my outfits sometimes, and I will then use some sort of colored jewelry. You will notice that my jewelry are in the same colors pretty much, because the color of my jewelry matches my wardrobe and what I generally wear out of my wardrobe. Basically all the jewelry colors work with the majority of my wardrobe. So this is a cladding ring. It's very precious. I've had this for like over 10 years. Very precious. It's sterling silver, and it's got the little green is emeralds. It's an emerald on it. So yeah, I really like it. Moving on to the next one. This one is just a stacked ring, but it's all connected, also sterling silver, and I love that. These are part of my every single day ring wear. I basically change. I never wear all of them together because it'd be a lot, but I'll basically swap around from these two. This is another one. All of these are sterling silver. I invested money in them because they are part of my forever collection. If you can see down there, you see like the sterling silver stamp. Yeah, so those are basically my everyday ones. These are sterling silver earrings also, and they're basically precious stone. They have a precious stone, or sterling silver. Generally sterling silver, to tell you that it's actually silver, has a mark on it, and both the clasp and the little earring holder will show that. And so those are some of those studs. And then in here, these are sort of my birth star earrings. I like them as well. So I just have basically, why do I continue? Basically just have those in here. This is a ring that broke. It was so delicate, but I was using it for everyday wear, so it broke. Need to go get it swapped or fixed. I think they have a fixing thingy in the Jewellery that I got it. So there's two bits of it, because one of it just basically broke. It's so delicate. So that's also a sterling silver. And then these are sterling silver hoops. I want to buy another set of smaller sterling silver hoops that then I will be able to style and wear those. Right now I just don't think it looks right yet. But anyway, I have those, the hoops. I don't have many hoops, because I wear mostly studs, but those are some of the few that I have. In here, they're like these tiny green emerald rings, and then in here, they're just red. Like I said, all my jewelry kind of has the same colors because they go with my wardrobe. Yeah, that's just red. These are actual freshwater pearls. Also got from a jeweler's, and then the stem of them is sterling silver. So yeah, that's same, like they're just precious stone studs, and in the colors that I wear my jewelry in, and those are just blue. I have two blue ones, like a darker blue and a lighter blue, because again, those are mostly what I wear. So yes, guys, they are just, that's the first drawer has, can you see the blue is slightly, I don't think it's showing, but that's a slightly lighter blue than the other ones I showed you. Yeah, this is that. These are sterling silver, just like roundy. Oops, let's see if we can find somewhere. Anyway, yeah, again, those are all sterling silver. So that's my first drawer. I love brooches. Like, I just think I'll probably make a video showing you guys there's so many ways to use brooches. I love them. They just spice up an outfit like no joke. in here I have my necklaces and the charms that I wear on my necklaces. Now all the charms are sterling silver in here, unless I mention otherwise. I will let you guys know that there's some, because there's some that actually aren't silver. So in here there is, from the back, this is very precious. It was a gift. It was gifted to me, and it's just basically an Africa wooden necklace. I really like it. Just in there, oops, just over in there. And then these are all sterling silver, and these are plated gold, so they're like plated gold jewelry. I'll show you guys some of them close by. This is a plated gold bracelet. These are actual sterling silver necklaces in need of some cleaning. These are the ones that I don't generally wear every day, so I actually need to clean them with a silver polish. This is a sort of charm. I got this like 10 Valentine's ago or something, and it's just basically sterling silver chain. I use it as a foot chain or a bracelet. It's actually a bracelet. It's intended as a bracelet, but I kind of wear it different ways. All of these are just sterling silver necklaces. I don't really have none sterling silver necklaces. These are all sterling silver and plated gold, sort of like coated in gold. Here I have hoops. I'm not really a hoop girl, but I have some. Oops, I have some. Let me see if I can reach. Oops, I have some sort of like these are the two. It's not one. Let's put it here. Yeah, so there's that, and then I have those ones in there. They're also like just hoops. If I feel, again, they look nice when I wear polo necks and turtlenecks, or polo necks, depending on where you're from. You know, I wear that with that then. These are, my sister gave me. They are probably like 11 years old, and they are just a collection. They were like, I think they were from Topshop, and I wear those when I'm going to places where I know I'll be using my hands a lot and touching water. Over there I've just put some of my empty jewelry cans, but anyway guys, because they all go on top of here. When this is in its place, I'll show you where I store it after. So these are just then sort of like I love the designs on them, you know, I just love it, but they are not silver or anything. And that's the problem with jewelry like that. It just tarnishes and goes a funny color. But I actually use this anyway when I'm going to a place where I'll be touching water, if I'm swimming, and I don't want to take my jewelry off. That's what I wear to those places, because now I feel naked without actually any rings on my fingers, so those take that place for that. And this is like a little moon one that I thrifted also. I just love it. So yeah, that's that. And in here, most chains, okay, they're the same chains that I showed you. Different assortments of my, these are all sterling silver charms. All of here, this one says marry me. I got that also a few Valentines ago. I have this one that says love. Basically, some of the ways that I get my jewelry is that, like, all my family and my friends, they all know that I collect fine jewelry, and I want jewelry that is of great quality. So I get a lot of jewelry as presents. I just let everyone know around me that, like, if they're looking to buy me something. This is an Eiffel Tower, and it's sterling silver as well. It's yeah, probably wearing whatever goes in there. Yeah, it's another ring I'm wearing. Then this is, that one is this tiny one on the other hand. So here is another sterling silver necklace is just on a sterling silver chain, and this just says dream on the one end. Focus. Dream on the one end, and then it's just the hallmark that it's actually silver on the back. Yeah, so that's that's another Eiffel Tower charm, and this is a key charm, also like sterling silver plated rose gold. Love it. Oops, that's that on the floor. Yep, got it back. So that's the one. This one says only a few people have the ability to change history. It's basically in French, and this is this is not sterling silver. This is just a silver plated crocodile charm that I've had for like 10-15 years maybe. I got that also as a present. I really like it. It's of sentimental value, that's why I have it. And then this is a rose gold cladder sort of like charm for my necklaces. So I think we have covered this drawer pretty well. Down here, I love pearls. Yes, pearls aren't anything I can wear every single day in my life. I mean, I could if I wanted, but it just wouldn't be practical for me. But when I need them, there are so many ways to wear pearls. First of all, they are just timeless. And then there's so many ways to wear them. They look good on their own, like a single line and or like stacked. I have different good pearls will have like a weight to them, and I just have different ones in here, and they're all of varying lengths. I layer them, I like double them up. I just use them in so many ways. I like to store them with my sort of like shell because of the colors. They're like a shell, sort of like a shell bead, seashell, because I do wear these seashells as necklaces. I add them to my silver necklaces and stuff, and I will wear them as necklaces. And then in this little plate there's also just a ton of like charms. Basically, this is a charm. I put it on my necklaces, just more like sort of like pearl earrings and vintage pearl studs, just all sorts of like stone, like sea glass and stones I collected from the beach that I turned into jewelry. I just collect all of this in there. Like this is a stone I collected on the beach. I also have some sea glass jewelry that I collected on the beach and turned into my own jewelry. So that's that. I love pearls. In here I have my bracelets, and I'm wearing 2 of my bracelets. These I made myself, and my watch. Obviously I'll show you that later, but these are my bracelets. And my bracelets, these I like all of them. I wear all of them at once stacked, and I love them. I love them in summer. This is a sterling silver big chunky necklace that I've had for years. I got it as a gift. I do not wear chunky jewelry, so I have basically broken it apart, and that's where I made these 2 bracelets from. It is basically black, sterling silver, sort of colored black, and just silver on the other one. So I have lots of those. I plan to make more for gifting and stuff like that. So that's just that. And I've made 2 necklaces as well. I think the ones I'm wearing today are all sort of like I made myself from this. So, and these are just like my bracelets. They're also dainty and delicate in their own ways, but they just sort of like have more of a design on them, and so I can when you press these 2 together, they form an H. So it's just like, you know, I got this from Michael. Got me this from the castle. We went to a castle, and that was it's sort of like Viking inspired, I think. bracelet or something, so that got there from that castle. In the other drawer I have all my watches. So I have my chunky men's watches over in the back, and my girly watches in the front. These are the links that I took all these watches down because they needed to fit my wrist properly, so I kind of like took them to the jewelers to remove some links for me, to fit me properly. This is a fossil bracelet watch. It's called a bracelet watch because basically when you wear it, it looks like a bracelet, but it actually is a watch as well. I need to buy batteries for it because they're dead. This is a black watch. It's a wraparound. You guys might have seen me wear that. I wear that quite a lot. I also need to get batteries for it, but I don't necessarily use my watches as to check time. I generally just use them for sort of as a fashion statement. I wear them because of your phone and stuff. I never really get to use my arm one. Anyway, guys, so that's that. I have this brown one, and this brown one has a black strap that's in its box. Basically, I can change the straps to brown, to black or brown. I love it, and the strap is real leather, so that will last for years. This my dad bought me. I need to buy a strap for it because the strap is literally dead. My dad bought me that one, so love that as well. So yeah, those are my watches. And then in the last drawer, this is my loud obnoxious jewelry drawer. This is a body chain, and it just, you have to wear it all like over your body because it is a chunky body chain. And then these are just more chunkier necklaces that I don't really wear on a daily, but I might wear if I need it like on occasion or something. I love this one. It's a layered, like a chunk of layers, you know. These necklaces look absolutely beautiful when you layer them the correct way. And then the one with shells, these are just my ear cuffs. You know, sometimes I like to wear a little bit complicated jewelry. This is another one, stone. It's a vintage ring, chunky. These are basically things that I don't just wear on a daily, so they're in here. And then switching over to here, I have in here, I just have all my dangly earrings and kind of like ones that I don't really wear. They go on top of my jewelry box when I place it back where it goes. So these are like dangly earrings that I don't wear on a normal day. I just wear them like on occasions, you know. So yep, that's them there. I have like green, I have them in the same colors that I buy. I have all my clothes, and I have them in black. And then I also have like sea glass that I made myself. It's basically a charm that I can put on my necklaces or wherever I want, but that just goes in there. And then in here, I got this from Dairy. Michael got it for me as a gift when we went to Dairy. I love it. It's loud and it's sort of like a vintage piece, so that's that. And then in here they are my gold rings. I don't really wear gold rings. These are sort of like I got these from Topshop. Just basically the high street. They are high street. I'm trying gold jewelry out because I want to add at least 3 real gold rings, not plated gold, because I literally like to invest in jewelry and I not have to buy it over again than buy it over like 50 times. So I'm trying these out and they just sit here. This is also sort of my holder for earrings when I'm lazy to replace them and stuff. So that's that. And then over here, this is a replica of the Heart of the Ocean. If you've watched Titanic, then you know the story behind this necklace, and this is the replica of it. When you're going to dinner, it looks absolutely beautiful with certain outfits, but I don't get to wear it on a regular basis because, again, I don't necessarily like loud jewelry. This was a present. It's precious to me. I also really love the Titanic, so it's very precious to me, but There you go. So that's my jewelry. I'll show you guys now where I keep my jewelry. This is a part of my wardrobe, and underneath here is where I keep my jewelry. So it's always really easy. On top, like I told you guys, there's a couple stuff there, and my glasses sit here, and then in here I just literally can open and access everything that I need to get dressed. So that's how I keep my jewelry, and that's where it stays. So thank you guys for watching. I hope you enjoyed this video. I will see you guys in my next video, and if you have any video requests, don't forget to leave me a message down below. Like, comment and subscribe. I love you all. I'll see you next time. Bye.